Today's talks in Washington give the appearance that things are progressing in the disclosure world, yet, behind the scenes, censorship is alive and well, regardless of whether or not you're a Grusch supporter or a UAPGerb. Sub, you should care about censorship. This is just a single data point showing censorship just recently. Grusch, in his 2023 testimony before Congress, presented a watershed moment in UAP disclosure history because of his unprecedented official credibility, decorated service history, and impeccable security status. Despite that, Grusch really never hit big-time media platforms. Flash forward to current time. 2 weeks ago, Grusch appears at a DC press conference when he talked about different types of NHI and sentient plasmoid life subjects never spoken about publicly before. Humongous statements, yet very little media coverage. Grusch for a deeper dive. Never big platforms for Grusch. Instead, he has an interview on Judicial Watch where he elaborates on his statements. Meanwhile, UAPGerb does two things post this press conference. One, he dropped a part 2 of his Manhattan Project. Part 1 dropped a month ago, one of his highest viewed videos ever. 2, he wrote an open letter to Mellon on X, inviting him to a conversation in a public forum. While Mellon responded to Gerb's letter, he failed to respond to his invite. So what? Gerb's Manhattan Project PT2 featured detailed segments of Grusch's JW interview. For perspective, PT1 garnered 100K plus views, first 48 HRSVs, a tiny 16K views same period for part 2. Currently, part 2 has a paltry 48K views in a week, making this his worst performing video in over a year. Comments on part 2 are common. Complaints have no notifications or an inability to comment. Many have felt his channel has been suppressed from day one, but this time, it's egregious. You can't not see it. Theory: the algorithm that suppresses Grusch has a wide net, apparently casting out to media that goes deeper or promote Grusch's narrative. Grusch has talked out friends who tried to help him, who were subject to nefarious things, which includes censorship of media that is pro-Grusch or too dense his content. Perhaps the algo also worked against Gerb due to his bold public statements to both Mellon and Elizondo, either countering their claims with receipts or inviting them to conversations/debates for the public's viewing. Clearly, this is a hard smackdown on a small channel, but a channel with a big voice and a pest to legacy programs, black ops, and defense contractors, a pest who names names, a pest who exposes material in files they refuse to release, a pest that is mapping out the who and what of the deep state/Mike. Burleson is a big Gerb advocate, having hosted him on his Fresh Freedom podcast. Gerb is also why Burleson can speak so eloquently of FFRDC federally funded research and development centers, MIT labs, MITRE, just to name a few. Some of Gerb's acros are becoming well known now. Acros are the language of legacy and black ops programs, in part to sustain confusion and instigate public disinterest, because it's tedious to track. Don't blame Gerb, thank him for translating a language we would otherwise not understand. Gerb is the guy willing to clean out the latrines, doing work that no one else has the balls to do. If Burleson is pro-Gerb, suffice it to say, so is Grusch. After all, Grusch is UAP special advocate for Burleson. Burleson doesn't engage when censorship of Grusch is obvious. Why would he with Gerb or with anyone else who's being suppressed for their content when it doesn't fit with the Elizondo/Mellon/etc. narrative? It is up to the private citizen, which is all Gerb is to protect our Constitution. Call to action. We need to viralize this video as a statement that says we have a Constitution that demands principles such as freedom of speech and freedom of the press. We see the assault on our Constitution by unelected officials whose primary goal is power in the hands of a few. Pro-Grusch and or Gerb or not, it shouldn't matter. What matters is we fight for our Constitution, especially when power violates it repeatedly and retaliates when they get exposed.